Okay, today we're going to take it a step further. Okay. You're going to do what you did in the last video, but you're also going to do something else. Okay? And you want to organize your paper. You need to write a simplified expression for the perimeter and the area. Okay, so here's your first rectangle. So you have 7, 3x plus 6, and you're going to have 7 and 3x plus 6. Now here's what you're going to do. You're going to make kind of a table, and you're going to put perimeter on this side. That's what you did in the last video, and area on this side. So perimeter is adding the sides like we did. So we start with 7 plus 3x plus 6 plus 7 plus 3x plus 6. Now we're going to simplify it without getting a replacement for x. So plus times plus 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 times and plus. Alright, so now simplify it. Parentheses. Well, you don't have any. Check. Multiply. Well, you got 3 times x, so we rewrite that as 3x. 3 times x, rewrite that as 3x. So we now have 7. After I multiply, I write what I have now. 3x, the dots are gone. Okay, division, don't have any. And then adding, you add your x's, the x's, so that would be the 3x's. 3 plus 3 is 6x. Then I put plus, and I add all the rest of the numbers. 7, 6, 7, and 6. $26. Okay, that's that. Alright, now area is different. Area is a multiplication. And you're going to make 2 parentheses on each side. It's taking the length times the width. Okay? For example, don't write this down, but if I have this problem, 5 and 6, the area, we take the length times the width. So 5 times 6 is 30. That's inside. So inside there's 30 square units. Okay. Okay, but we need to use the parentheses. If you don't, it makes it really a big hassle. Okay, so parentheses times parentheses. Now this is the length, this is the width. You don't use the other two sides. So 3x plus 6 is the length, 7's the width. Now we simplify. So 3 and x, that's times. X and 6 is plus, and 6 and 7 is times. Okay. So parentheses. Well, you have 2 of them, but you have x inside that one, and you don't know what x is. And you have just a 7 inside of that one. So I'm not going to check it. I'm going to put have it, but can't do it. Okay, have it, but can't do it. Now, multiplication. Now, be careful. You got multiplication inside the parentheses, okay? So 3 times x, you write that as 3x, okay? But then you have another multiplication, so that's me. You can't see it very well. 3 dot x becomes just 3x. Okay, and you have another multiplication outside of parentheses, so you take this 7 and draw the rainbows. 7 to 6, and then circle the plus, and then 7 to 3x, okay? So I'm multiplying the 7 twice. First by the 6, then by the 3x. So 7 times 6 equals 42. 7 times 3 is 21. I'd put x behind it. Okay. Okay, so you drop your plus sign down, and you got 42 plus 21x. Multiplication now is completed. Division, we don't have any. Okay. Addition, you can't add those because 42 doesn't have x. So okay, we'll talk about addition. So I put x. What's the only number multiplied by x? 21. And we only have one number not multiplied by x, so there's no adding. Okay, so that's the answer. Okay, next one, I'm going to go with plenty more of these. Next one, you've got 10 minus 2x and then 4. Okay, I don't like that minus, make it plus negative 2 on the rectangle. Okay. So, perimeter and area. Okay, so the perimeter, we've got 4 plus 10 plus negative 2x plus 4 plus 10 plus negative 2x. So the operations, 4 and 10 is plus, 10 and negative 2 is plus, negative 2 and x is times, x and 4 is plus, 4 and 10 is plus, 10 and the negative 2 is plus, and then times x. Okay, so parentheses, we do not have any. Multiplication, here and here. All you do with a number and variable is rewrite it as negative 2x. Okay, negative 2x, and the dot is now gone. Okay, so we have 4 plus 10 plus negative 2x plus 4 plus 10 plus negative 2x. Okay, division, we don't have any. Okay, and then addition, put x down. What do we have for x? Negative 2, negative 2. I add those, I get negative 4. Plus, then I add the rest of the numbers, 4, 10, 4, and 10. So 4 plus 10 is 14, plus 4 is 18, plus 10 is 28. There you have it. Okay. Now area, that's the 2 parentheses. Okay, you got to just start the problem with that. And that's the length times the width. Put them above the parentheses, okay? Just use 2 of the sides. Length 10 plus negative 2x, and width is 4. Okay, so operators, 10 and negative 2 is plus, and then 2 times x, and then times a 4. Okay, so parentheses. Now we have them, but there's just a 4 in that one, so I already know what that one is, and I have no way to figure out that because it has x, so that's actually checked, even though there are parentheses. Multiplication. Well, I've got negative 2 times x in the parentheses, so that's going to be 10 plus negative 2x times 4. Now I'm not done, there's another dot, okay? Now outside I do the rainbows, okay, across the plus sign. So somewhere off the side I go 4, 4, and I'll be multiplying 4 by 10, and then 4 by negative 2x, okay. So 4 times 10 is 40, 4 times negative 2 is negative 8x, okay, 40 and negative 8x. So drop your plus straight down and you have 40 plus negative 8x. Division, and then the dots are gone. Division, nope. Addition, what do you have for x? You got just a negative 8. What do you have for numbers without the x connected? Just a 40, okay? So that's the answer. Negative 8x plus 40. Rolling here. I'm going to actually write bigger because I think it's hard to see on this. Okay, so there's my rectangle. We got 7, 3x minus 2. So that's 7. Make that plus negative 2. I do not want any part of minus signs when doing this, okay? So area, or no, let's do perimeter first. Perimeter and area, P and L. Okay, first off, perimeter is when you add the sides. So you start over here, all four of them. 3x plus negative 2. Okay, plus 7. When you go to a new side, you write plus. Plus 3x plus negative 2 plus 7. Now put your operations in and simplify it. So times, plus, 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 times, plus, plus. Okay? So the parentheses don't have any. Multiplication comes next. Well, we got a dot here and here. Okay? So 3 times x was written as 3x. Okay? 3 times x is written as 3x. Now write down what you have now. You got 3x plus negative 2 plus 7 plus 3x plus negative 2 plus 7. Okay? You can go down if you need to. Division. Nope, no division. Addition. Adding in algebra means add the numbers with the x's. 3 and 3, that's 6. And then I add all the numbers without the x's. So negative 2 plus 7 plus negative 2 plus 7. 10. Okay, 6x plus 10, and that's the expression for the perimeter. Okay. Area. You got to make the 2 parentheses to start out with. Now, if I was there with you, I'd make them for you, but length, width. So the length is 7. The width, 3x plus negative 2, so just one of each of the sides. Now put the operators in. 7 and 3, you already have it. 3 and x is times, x and negative 2 has the plus. So P, M, D, A. Parentheses, you have it, but there's just a 7 in that one, and here there's an x, so I can't figure out the parentheses. Multiplication, well, I do inside the parentheses first. 3 times x is written as 3x, okay? So write down what we have now. So 7 times the parentheses 3x plus negative 2. But I still have another dot, okay? I have to do the rainbows with the 7. Okay, and you want to circle the sign in between them. So what that means is we're going to take 7 and we're going to times it by 3x, and then we're going to times it by the negative 2. Okay, so I put the plus sign. Now 7 times 3 is 21 with x. 7 times negative 2 is negative 14. And now the dots, they're gone. Okay, so this is where I'm at now. Division, nope, check it. And then addition, well, x, number multiplied by x is 21. Number not multiplied by x, negative 14. There you have it, 21x plus negative 14. Okay, last problem. So you've got 9x minus 2, 8. 9x minus 2, 8. I do not like the minus, so plus negative. Okay, so perimeter and area. So perimeter, you just start adding the sides. 8 plus 9x plus negative 2 plus 8 plus 9x plus negative 2. Okay, so parentheses, multiply, divide, addition. So there are no parentheses, okay? Multiplication, well, plus, times, you got 9 times x. 9 times x, okay? But those really just add up as 9x, okay? So 9 times x is just goes back to 9x. I mean, there's a dot there, but since I don't know x, I just leave it as 9x. So I have 8 plus 9x plus negative 2 plus 8 plus 9x plus negative 2. Division, there is none. Okay. So essentially, basically what I'm doing on the multiplication is just rewriting the problem. That's fine, okay? Because I come to the realization, well, it means 9 times x, there's a dot, but I can't multiply. Okay, adding x, find those x's. 9x, 9x. 9 plus 9 is 18. Then add the rest of your numbers up. 8, negative 2, 8, negative 2. Okay. That's the end. There's your perimeter, 18x plus 12. Okay, area, that's taking the two parentheses. We are taking the length and multiplying it by the width. Okay, so here's the length, here's the width. So the length, 9x plus negative 2. The width is 8. Alright, so the parentheses, you have it, but you can't do anything about it because you don't have a number. There's a letter in there, and we're not going to put anything in for the letter in here, so check that off. Okay, multiplication. Well, you got multiplication there. So 9 times x, we know that that's just 9x, okay? What it was to start with. Okay, now there's another multiplication outside the parentheses, so you just take this 8, negative 2, circle the plus, and then 8, 9x, okay? So I write 8 down twice. I will be first taking it times negative 2. It doesn't matter which one you do first. And then I'll be taking 8 times 9x. Okay, so 8 times negative 2 is, drop that plus sign down. That's not going anywhere. Okay, 8 times negative 2 is negative 16. And then 8 times 9x is 72 with x. Okay, and that's where we leave off. There's no more multiplication. Division, nope, check that off. Now addition, x, what do you have multiplied by x? You have 72, and then negative 16. That's how that works.